San Diego firefighters are on high alert after 2 fires sparked over the last 24 hours. And a red flag warning thankfully just expired a couple hours ago.
Yeah, we are still experiencing some of those winds here. Dry conditions, though, for sure, creating this perfect formula for a fast-spreading fire. Let's check in with CBS 8's Regina Yarita with an update on the Border 2 fire.
Yeah, guys, good morning. I can tell you that right now we're still about 10 minutes away from the initial line of fire. But Westy Road, that's where we're at. This road is blocked off on both sides by CHP. I'm going to step out of the picture here, kind of show you what we're still looking at. So Otay Lakes is right there. I'll talk about why this body of water is extremely important for fire crews in just a second. But straight ahead, you can see where that fire is still burning. It's why we're seeing thick smoke forming a large cloud in this area. But that smoke has more of a white color palette, and that's what's telling us that crews are making significant progress. Very little fire activity compared to what we witnessed this morning. Take a look for yourself. A video from this morning, if we can pull that up, this is the same spot where we're at, and you could see that eerie orange glow and massive large flames. That's what we were reporting on earlier today. CAL FIRE tells me around that time, the winds and dry vegetation caused extreme fire conditions. Now, just about an hour ago, we drove to the line of fire that's up on Otay Lakes Road. You can see video of crews performing water drops and retardant to slow down the forward rate of spread. In that area, we did see multiple hotspots starting to flare up. That's what crews are still aggressively attacking. This is a steep, rocky area, very remote and only accessible by dirt trails, which is challenging for our firefighters, but they're still doing an incredible job despite these conditions. We have seen copters dropping off crews at the location that's necessary, and these crews have been helping with cutting line. We did talk to CAL FIRE. They shared with us some of the concerns that they still have during this time. Take a listen.
One of the priorities for today is to keep the fire south of Otay Lakes Road. Fire crews are working hard on Otay Lakes Road. I did recently, about an hour ago, talk to some of the bulldozer operators on the firefighting bulldozers that were working near the roadway, and they were able to tell me that their assignment near Otay Lakes Road, that they were able to make good progress.
And these are the areas that are still under an evacuation order. You can see Lower Otay Reservoir, the John Nicholas Field, Otay Lakes Road, Campo Road, and Otay Mountain Truck Trails. The resort and campground are also under an evacuation. We're being told that they were cleared up this morning. Now, the evacuation point, we have a full screen here with the address. This is the Edwards Theater on Hamacher Road in El Cajon. If you've gotten a notification that you need to evacuate, CAL FIRE is strongly advising that you pack up and you head to the evacuation point because they are still dealing with these fire activities. So back out here, we are starting to see some flare-ups. I think at one point some orange flames popped up in that general direction where we're still seeing some white smoke. But again, that white smoke is some good news that they're doing significant progress. Now, I talked about Otay Lakes. This body of water has been an extreme tool for fire crews to actually be refueling, but they've also used it as a barrier. So that is some progress that they're using. That's been a good thing for them in this location. Now, of course, all over Southern California, and especially here in San Diego County, we've been covering so many fires. There was another fire that broke out over in Claremont. I want to bring in my colleague Chris Groh to talk about the latest on that fire. Chris.
Yeah, and that fire broke out just in the brush area between the 52 and the 805 southbound, and it gave commuters quite a scare and obviously closed down that section of the freeway so that fire personnel could get to that area. It has since reopened. We have since moved to Kearny Mesa by the 52 to be in a safer position here for this broadcast. But now as we turn to some of the video that we shot earlier today, you can see just how precarious that growth of that brush is. That is dry, very thick fuel for this fire. So when it sparked around 6:30 this morning, San Diego Fire Rescue immediately put this at a first alarm fire here, vegetation fire, so that they could get the right resources to attack it right away. We know that they used their helicopter for at least 1 or 2 water drops to help get that from the air as well too, and then later on went in to mop it up. But they said that brush, especially just how thick it was, pretty hard for hand crews, for crews on the ground to get access. That is why they had to use the helicopter. Thankfully, though, they were able to get the forward rate of spread stopped in a matter of about a half hour, maybe just a little bit more. And then, of course, it only burned maybe about a half acre at this time. I did ask the battalion chief that we spoke with on scene, though, just about how it is the San Diego Fire Rescue has been able to deal with the number of fires that have burnt within the city alone, not even just the county, just within the city of San Diego. Here's their response.
Well, first of all, it's having crews that are well-trained, responding, and have a great attitude and work hard, and that's part of what keeps those things from growing. Having a quick response, and our department as well as our neighboring agencies, we've come together to work together and get there soon and throw a lot of resources at these things and make sure they get knocked down.
And the battalion chief even went on to tell us that, look, this is what they train for. It's not something that they want to see happen time and time again, but the training that they go through, that this is what makes them ready to be able to respond to this many incidents in such a short amount of time. Back to you.